Welcome everybody to another game of Squirrels Baseball. We've got the Reds for a few games here before we move on to Washington. So we'll try to get through these and then, see some new teams, see what we got out there. We are back at home at least here in Panpaca Park. Supposedly this game is happening at 10 o'clock at night. Looks pretty bright out for 10 o'clock. Which I don't know. I guess I've never been to Japan. Maybe it's that bright at 10 o'clock in Japan. I don't know. Gill going today on the mound. And the Reds starting off with Norris Hopper, as I believe they have all year. And he looks at strike one to open the game. Fastball in there for a strike. 1-2 the count. Gets that fastball by him for out number one. Shaw at the plate now. He says he's got a home run. It kind of half feels like that came against us, but I'm not real confident in that. I might have been making that up. He looks at three straight pitches and goes down back to the dugout. 2 down for Derek Lee. Looks like he's had a rough start to his Reds tenure. 2 home runs so far in April and only batting a .176. He pops up here. Tom looks like he'll get back there, and he does to make the play. So we're no score, no hits, no nothing going into the bottom of the first. The Reds have Daisuke Matsuzaka on the mound. And Kester will lead things off as he normally does for the Squirrels. Looks at strike one. Sorry, I'm yawning a lot. It's only a little bit before 2 o'clock here. I guess I need a weekend nap. Ground ball to second. That will be out number one. Marvin up at the plate. He's also scuffling a bit here to start the year. Batting a .149 right now. Swing and a miss. 0-2 the count. Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 down for Chief. I've mentioned this before a couple places, but I'll say it again. If you play through the success mode, you'll know that Chief and Gill are supposed to be brothers. He singles into center field here. And in success mode, whatever skin tone you pick for Chief, that's what skin tone Gill gets. And that, obviously, I'd forgotten to do that when I made these guys. But Terry gets credited with an infield hit. It looked like Kennedy just fell down at shortstop running in for that ball. But Terry credited with the hit. 0-2 count on Frank. Watches that curveball go by, low and outside. Hits this one. Encarnacion makes a good play over at third to end the inning. I thought that was going to get through, but instead we've played one. Reds nothing, Squirrels nothing. Adam Dunn will lead things off here for the Reds. He's only got 1 home run so far this year, and I know that one came against us. It was an absolute no-doubter into right center field. I don't remember who was pitching. Maybe Jones? In any case, it was what you would expect out of Adam Dunn. But he looks at strike 3 here. Out number 1. Encarnacion, who just made the nice play over at third to end the first inning, comes up to bat here in the second. He's quickly got an 0-2 count. Doesn't chase that high fastball. Looks at that fastball for strike 3. 2 down, Brandon Phillips at the plate. Looks at strike 1. That curveball in the dirt. That curveball in the dirt. 2-1 the count. Doesn't get the call on that sinker. Phillips swinging 3-1. Gets a high hop to third. Just barely cannot beat out the throw. I really thought he was going to get credited with an infield hit, though, but Chief gets it over there just in time. Still scoreless going into the bottom of the second, and Tom will lead things off in the bottom half. He looks at strike 1 on a changeup. That fastball a little bit outside. 1-1 the count. Gets the call on that high fastball. Doesn't get the call on that cutter on the outside. 2-2 the count. Winds and delivers. And Tom puts that fair down the right field line. He's going to look at 2. Hopper not able to cut it off, so Tom in there standing up for a double. So a leadoff double from Tom. That'll bring Zach up with nobody out. He looks at strike 1. And that curveball too far outside. Gets the call on that little slider, though. 1-2 the count. Zach gets that one into right field. Tom's going to try to score. Hopper comes home with it. Not in time. Tom's safe at the plate. That also gives Zach a chance to advance to second on the throw. So give him an RBI single. And then, like I said, advance to second on the throw home from Hopper, which was not in time. So runner on second, nobody out. Joey at the plate now. He pops that one to the left side, but it hooks foul. It did land on the ground, not in the seats, but Dunn not able to get there. No matter, though, swing and a miss, strike 3 on Joey. Gill is now up. He shows bunt, pulls it back for strike 1. Does put that one down, but it's foul. 0-2 the count. Gill still showing bunt. Gets that one. Oh, it just rolls foul. I thought that one might stay in, so out on a bunt, foul, strike 3. So 2 down now. Runner on second. Kester at the plate. And he's got a 2-1 count. Swings and misses. 2-2. Puts that one into center. It will get down. Zach's going to try to score, and he will. They do throw home, but far too late. So 2-0 now in favor of the Squirrels. Runner on first, 2 outs. Marvin at the plate. And he fouls a pitch off. He's got a 0-2 count. Looks at strike 3. That'll end the inning, but not before the Squirrels can strike twice. 2-0 going into the third inning. Too used to announcing road games here. I like to give the full score usually at the end of an inning. Gave more of the mid-inning update. So Kennedy at the plate now. He grounds to third. Chief grabs it, throws it over for the out. That one not near as close as Phillips ground to third. David Ross at the plate now. He takes strike 1. Hits that one also to third. Chief picks it up and gets it over for out number 2. And that'll bring Dice K up to the plate. He's not gotten a hit yet this year. Neither has Gil, for that matter. Didn't really get a chance to bring that up during his plate appearance. Grounds that one to second. Kester picks it up and gets it over for the out. In the middle of the third, it's still 2-0 Indianapolis. And Chief will lead things off for the Squirrels. Looks at strike 1. Hits that one into the air, into the right center gap. It does get down. Shao grabs it and gets it back in, but not before Chief can get to second base. And that's, I thought he was going to be a big-time power hitter, but instead he's been a doubles machine, which is perfectly okay. I'm perfectly happy with how he has done in that third spot. That'll bring up Terry. Nobody out, runner on second. Swings and misses. Lets that one go. 1-1 the count. Hits that one up the middle. Dice K gets a glove on it, and that probably actually hurt matters. Kennedy already going to cover second, and Dice K ended up having to pick it up himself. Runners on the corners, nobody out. Frank at the plate, and he has a 1-1 count. Puts that one into the air, but shallow. Phillips will grab that right around second base. 1 down, Tom at the plate, where he doubled his first time up. Looks at strike 1. Swings and misses. 0-2. Swings and misses. Strike 3. Suddenly 2 down now, and runners on the corners. Nobody scored yet in this inning. And Zach looks at strike 1. Swings and misses for an 0-2 count. And looks at strike 3. A lot of threatening there from the Squirrels, but nothing comes of it. We've played the first third. Cincinnati 0, Indianapolis 2. And Norris Hopper back around to the top of the order here in the top of the 4th. He looks at strike 1. That fastball too far outside. That one too low. 2-1 the count. Hits that one. That'll be good for a hit. Single to right field. And that breaks up the no-hitter / perfect game bid. Wasn't too serious, that one. I'm not all broken up about that one. Brings Shao to the plate. 1 on, nobody out. He looks at a curve for strike 1. That sinker a little wild. 1-1. That curveball in the dirt. Gil being very careful here with Shao. Puts his bat on that one. Into shallow right center. Will drop in for a hit. Norris went to third on that play. I thought Kester might have had a play on him at third, but instead he threw back to first to make sure Shao didn't go anywhere. Brings Derek Lee to the plate. He lines the first one in foul ground to left. And that sinker down in the dirt. 1-1. Gets the call on the fastball. And gets a call on a curveball. Strikes out Derek Lee. 1 down for Adam Dunn. He grounds to second. They go home. No outs, but no run scores either. I actually thought they had a good chance at a double play there to end the inning, but Kester doesn't take it. Goes home instead to prevent the run from scoring. So now bases loaded with only 1 out. Encarnacion at the plate with a 0-2 count. And that one looks like a hit to left field. It is down, 1 run in. Shao coming in for run number 2. And we've got a tie game. Still only 1 out. Brandon Phillips at the plate with 2 on. And he's got an 0-2 count. Grounds that one short. Gil takes it himself. Does not get the throw over to first, though. So infield hit for Brandon Phillips. Bases loaded again for Kennedy. And a wild pitch. Oh, doesn't get far enough away, but Adam Dunn kept coming anyway. Tagged out at home. That could really change things. Pop things up. Chief will grab that one to end the inning. So that could have been even uglier than it was, but we do have a 2-2 game going into the bottom of the fourth. 8-9-1 coming up for the Squirrels. Joey leads things off here against Dice K. Looks at ball one. He'll put that one in for a hit into shallow center. I thought for a moment Encarnacion might have made the similar play he did earlier in the game, but that one gets through. Gill at the plate now. He's showing bunt. Pulls it back, and the pitch is too low. Pulls it back again. That one was called a strike. Slashes at that one. 1-2 the count. Oh, that one, wild pitch. That'll get Joey up to second. 2-2 the count. Gill no longer showing bunt. Swings and misses for strike three. Kester now at the plate. Looks at a ball. Hits that one at first. Derek Lee steps on the base for the second out, but Joey does get to third. So Marvin now with a chance to get the lead back for the Squirrels. Looks at strike one. He hits it right to Phillips at second base, and that will end the inning. We've played 4, Reds 2, Squirrels 2, and 8-9-1 coming up for the Reds. As Gill deals with David Ross. First pitch called a strike on a curveball. Fastball right down the middle. David Ross lets it go. Swings and misses, strike three. Matsuzaka at the plate now. He swings and misses. Pops that one up to third. Chief will grab it for the second out. 2 down with Norris Hopper at the plate. He singled last time up and kind of got the rally started to tie this game. Fouls that one. Terry not quite able to get there for the play. 0-2 the count. Swings and misses, strike three. So we'll go to the bottom of the fifth, still tied at 2. Heart of the order coming up for the Squirrels. As Chief digs in to take his turn. He's singled and doubled today. First pitch too high and outside. Swings and misses. Hits that one to third. Encarnacion handles it and throws it over for the first out. Not a bad hit ball, but it was right at Encarnacion. He seemed to be guarding the line a little bit. Terry up at the plate now. He looks at strike one. Swings and misses at strike two. Swings and misses, strike three. That'll bring up Frank. He's not gotten a hit yet today. He has hit the ball both times, but both for pretty routine outs. He looks at strike one. Hits that one, but again, right to Encarnacion, and he will end the inning. We've played 5, Reds 2, Squirrels 2. And Shao will lead things off here in the 6th. Pops that one up. Tom goes back and grabs it for out number 1. 1 pitch, 1 out. Derek Lee at the plate. He's fouled out and struck out. And looks at strike 1 here. He thought that curveball was too far inside, but Gill able to get the call. And goes outside with the fastball for strike 2. Swings and misses at a sinker for strike 3. Derek Lee just really scuffling to start the year. Adam Dunn sporting an almost 400 average. Not very Dunn-like, but I'm sure he's not complaining. Swings and misses. He's got a 1-1 count. Puts that one into the air. Marvin going back, and he is able to get back there and make the play. Gave it a good ride, but not enough to get out of Marvin's reach. Still knotted at 2 going into the bottom of the 6th. And Tom will lead things off here for the Squirrels. He doubled his first time up, struck out last time. Swings and misses at that pitch. Swings and misses at another. 0-2 the count. Hits that one up the middle. Not hard enough to get past Kennedy, though, and he scoops it up and gets it over to first for the out. Zach at the plate now. With one down, nobody on base. Looks at that changeup on the inside corner for strike 1. Hits that one fairly well, but Dunn able to range over and make the play. 2 down, Joey up at the plate, nobody on base. Looks at ball 1. Pops that one up. Ross goes back a little bit and makes the play to end the 6th inning. So we've played through 6. Reds 2, Squirrels 2. And we will get Gil out of there. He's our probably lowest rated stamina starter. But Gonzalez in Joey's spot, which will bring Phil into the game. Switch Kester and Phil around out there. So Gil, not a bad outing, just had one slightly rough inning there, but enough to tie the game, so no decision for him today. Thought about leaving him in just for that, but with where we were in the lineup, even if Phil is not the greatest hitter, probably still a better choice than Gil. Encarnacion leads off things for the Reds, and he pops that foul. Tom able to get there to make the play. A lot of foul ground here. Tom covered a lot of ground to make that play. So 1 down, nobody on for Brandon Phillips. He looks at strike 1. That cutter too far inside. Swings and misses. 1-2. Grounds that one to short. Kester grabs it and gets it over to first for out number 2. Kennedy at the plate. He's grounded out and flown out. He's got a 2-0 count here, though. Gonzalez gets that one over for a strike. Gets the call on that low fastball. 2-2 the count. Doesn't go with the splitter, surprisingly, and too low. Full count. Oh, put a fastball to the outside, but doesn't get the call. I really thought that was strike 3, but umpire says no. That's good for a walk, and the Reds pinch run Pickles. David Ross pops one up. Kester able to ground into shallow center and end the inning. It's stretch time here in Indianapolis. 2-2. All right. Here we go at the bottom of the 7th. Phil at the plate. Dice case still out there for the Reds. One and one the count to Phil. Phil hitting about like Marvin. Swings and misses. Strike 2. Swings and misses, strike 3. Kester at the plate now. Tell you, this has the feeling of an extra inning game. Kester puts that one in the air, but Shao should have that one and does. Which will bring Marvin to the plate. Dice Case starts to wipe his brow. That slider too low. Swings and misses at that curveball. That fastball too far outside. 2-1 the count. Marvin pops that foul, but it'll make the screen. 2-2 the count. Marvin grounds that one to second. Phillips picks it up and throws it over for out number 3. We've played 7. Still Cincinnati 2, Indianapolis 2. It's Matsuzaka's place in the order, and it looks like the Reds are actually going to let him hit. He grounds back to the pitcher. Gonzalez grabs it and gets it to first for the first out. And yes, we are going to stick with Gonzalez here with it being a tie game. We'll see if we can get 2 or 3 innings out of him, depending on how things go in the bottom of the 8th. Hopper grounds, right through the wickets. I thought Gonzalez might have that one, but rolls into center field for a single instead. Shao at the plate now, 1 on, 1 out. First pitch in there for a strike. Grounds that one to first. Terry throws to second. They do get the out at second. Hopper hurt himself sliding into second, trying to break up that double play. So we'll see if he comes back out. Derek Lee at the plate with 2 down. Runner on first. And he's got an 0-2 count. Swings and misses, strike 3. So we're in the middle of the 8th, still 2-2. The Squirrels have 3, 4, 5 coming up. It looks like Norris is going to have to come out of the game. Put in a draft pick Sape, I guess you would pronounce that. In any case, Dice Case still throwing here in the 8th inning. Chief will lead things off for the Squirrels. He looks at strike 1. Hits that one sharply to third, but Encarnacion again just in the right place for Chief. Apparently they have him scouted well, which they probably should, as many times we've played the Reds so far this year. Terry swings and misses at the first pitch. Dice K winds and delivers a changeup, which Terry swings and misses on. Swing and miss, strike 3. Terry just not able to handle Dice K's diminished stuff, apparently. Frank at the plate. He looks at strike 1. That one too far outside. 1-1 the count. Frank puts that one into left, but it's going to hook foul. 1-2 the count. Dice K now gassed. Swings and misses. Does get through this inning, though. So we've played 8. Reds 2, Squirrels 2. We're going to see if Gonzalez can get through a 3rd inning. Playing with fire a little bit here, probably, but we'll see what happens. Adam Dunn at the plate for the Reds. He's got an 0-2 count. Hits that one pretty hard to first, but Terry able to pick it up, and he'll bring it to first himself for the first out. Encarnacion at the plate now for the Reds. He swings and misses at strike 1. Pops that one up, but it will get to the seats behind home. Doesn't get the call on that splitter. 1-2 the count. Puts that one into center, but right at Marvin. He grabs it for out number 2. Brandon Phillips at the plate. See if Gonzalez can get through this inning. That cutter too low. Gets the call on that fastball. Does not get the call on the splitter in a similar spot. 2-1. That one, high fastball taken into right for a base hit. Pickles, who came in to pinch run earlier, is now getting his first at bat. He puts that into a little liner to short. Kester grabs it, and that will end the inning. So we go to the bottom of the ninth. Tom will lead things off. The Reds turn to Guerrier again. We've seen him quite a bit this month. All right, Tom at the plate. He doubled to start the game. I don't think he's gotten a hit since. Looks at strike one here. And by start the game, I mean his first at-bat, which was probably in the second inning. 0-2 count. That one too far inside. Pops that one, and it will get foul. 1-2 the count still. Swings and misses, strike three. Zach up at the plate. He'll ground that one to second. Phillips picks it up and makes the play. Gonzalez is spotting the order, but we are going to turn to Quinton. See if he can possibly end this with one swing. And also because it'll make sense in the field if he doesn't. Guerrier winds and delivers a sinker too low. Another too low sinker. 2-0 the count. He's going to have to give Quinton something to hit here. Instead, throws a too high fastball. 3-0 the count. Swings at that one. I'm not sure it would have been a strike, but 3-1 the count. Yep. Quinton takes the walk. The Reds apparently more interested in throwing to Phil, which is probably a good strategy. He takes strike one. Hits that one. That should be a hit. It is. Goes down into shallow left. 2 on, 2 out for Kester. And he will put that into center field. Quinton's going to try to score. And he does. That will end it. In walk-off fashion. Kester with the hit to center field. That'll score Quinton, and that will end the game. Your final today, Cincinnati Reds 2, Indianapolis Squirrels 3. So we'll look at a couple highlights here. So Kester, unsurprisingly, gets the player of the game nod after driving in the winning run in the bottom of the ninth. It was the right call, but don't sleep on Phil coming up with a very timely hit to even get Kester to the plate. With his 140s batting average, that was by no means a given. So we're victorious here today. Reds 2, Squirrels 3. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you'd like to like the video, subscribe, share, comment, tell somebody, all that good YouTube type of stuff, feel free, or don't. Doesn't hurt my feelings. And we will see you back here tomorrow.